Good day, everyone. How are you today? You are welcome to government class. Today, we shall be considering pre-colonial political systems in Nigeria, part 2. And under this, we shall be looking at a Igbo political system. Let's look at the lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify the Igbo political system, describe the political administration of the system, and also analyze the structure and organization of the Igbo political system. Let us quickly look at the answers to the correction of the last assignment on the Hausa Fulani pre-colonial political system. Question 1. Analyze the legislative organ and functions of the Hausa Fulani pre-colonial political system. This system was largely taken care by the Quran. Most of the laws were codified in Quran. Where the Quran was silent or inadequate, the Emir as the chief legislator was regarded as the chief interpreter of the Islamic laws, made laws, but these laws were not to conflict with Islamic laws. Question 2. Highlight the judicial organ and function of the Hausa Fulani pre-colonial political system. The Emir was the head of the judiciary in the Emirate, and his court was the highest court. The court dealt with all serious criminal cases and major land disputes. Let's just give it like because of our time. There were also another set of courts called Akali courts, and headed by an official called Akali. The Akali dealt with all Islamic matters such as marriage, divorce, inheritance, death, children's custody, slander, and manner of dressing. Now, let's go straight to the business of today. Pre-colonial system of government among the Igbo. This system was republican in nature. The principle of democracy governed the entire political activities. It was a principle of village republics where all adults were politically equal. Can see the picture of the system then. This system was an example of a segmentary, that is, when something composed of segments or a part or in section. It was also a fragmented system, that is, a part broken off or a detached portion. This system is simply called gerontocracy, that is, government by elders. Can see the picture of Igbo leaders. Structure and organization of the Igbo political system. The political unit among the Igbo was the family. Each family had one of their members as their head. The family head ruled the family and paid tribute to their departed ancestors, whom they regarded as the guardians of the family. The various family heads constituted the council of elders. That is, the family head from each family constituted, they will come together to form the council of elders in a village. There were families who traced their origin to the founder of the village. Such were regarded as senior families. The oldest man in the senior families was recognized as the head of the elders and was called Okpara. let's look at the legislative organs and functions of this Igbo system. The Council of Elders, otherwise known as Indichi, was drawn from different family heads and was presided over by Okpara, the eldest man in the village. This council deliberated on issues, laws relating to the custom and traditions of the people, and also settled disputes involving different families over land, marriage, etc. Every adult has the power to contribute in that council. They lacked the authority to make laws alone on sensitive issues, such as declaration of war and maintenance of law and order within the towns and villages. Such issues were referred to the village assembly for final determination. The village assembly or executive organ is also headed by the Okpara. It was an important legislative institution in this system. Its membership constituted of all adult males, the Council of Elders, or sub-title holders, that is, wealthy and influential people among them, and the age grades. The assembly made laws for their village, and disobedience to such laws attracted severe punishment. The assembly made laws for their village, and disobedience to such laws attracted severe punishment, as I've said earlier. However, when the assembly was unable to take unanimous decision on any issue, the Council of Elders, that is Indichi, could enact a legislation for the entire village after due consultation with the representatives of the various family. You can see it's more or less republic and a family affair. Priests of gods and goddesses. The priest of such a principal god or goddess as Allah or Ane, that is the earth deity, also made laws for the people in this system of government. The power of the priest of Allah resided in the fact that Allah is indeed widely regarded as the supreme Igbo deity. Therefore, the legislative opinion or proclamation of the Allah priest was highly respected in respect of land use and misuse, as well as produce of the land. Age grades. The age grades, that is, various groups of usually young men that belong to the same age group, and they perform the following functions: administration of the village, they act as the police force for the maintenance of law and order, they help in the implementation of policies made by the Council of Elders, they assisted in checking abuse of powers by the paramount rulers and Council of Elders. Judicial organ and function of this system. The judicial functions were exercised by the same Council of Elders and the village assembly. It meant that the same set of people who made laws executed them and administered justice. This implied that there was no separation of powers among the three organs of government in Igbo system. They are all fused together. Each family head settled dispute between the family members. Where there was a dispute between two or more families, the elders of the families concerned would settle it among themselves through dialogue and compromise. Other quasi-judicial institutions which play major role in the dispensation of justice in Igbo land were the oracles. These were the highest judicial authorities a kind of court of appeal when people dissatisfied with the decision of the village elders or assembly and they could not reach a decision, took their cases to the oracles. Those were appeal. The decision of these oracles were final and indisputable, e.g., Ibinu Pabi or Longjuju, Inaroshuku, Amadiola, Agbala, etc. Allah or Ani, the earth goddess. Many offences such as murder, assault of elders, destruction of fiefdoms, etc. were regarded as serious offences against Allah and they attracted severe penalties and sanctions. Such sanctions deter people from committing offences. Such sanctions deterred people from committing offences. So the Allah, the Amadiola, Agbala, all these men, they formed part of other quasi-judicial institutions which played major role in the dispensation of justice in Igbo land. So where anyone is not pleased with the decision of the Council of Elders, the person can go further and consult the oracles, which one can liken to the modern court of appeal, just to appeal your case, and something must be done on that particular issue. Having said all this, the reference material for you to understand this topic better, consult Essential Government for Senior Secondary School by Chris Dibie and New Approach Government for Senior Secondary School by Oyediran. Let's now look at the assignment for today. Number 1, discuss pre-colonial system of government among the Igbo. Discuss pre-colonial system of government among the Igbo. Question 2, who were the age grades in the Igbo pre-colonial system of government? Who were the age grades in the Igbo pre-colonial system of government? This is where we are going to call it a day. We shall meet again next time. Thank you for having me and have a wonderful day.